Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for July 28th, 2022. This is for Scorpio. Something fell. A last shuffle there, okay? We have the healing light and we have the angels of the four directions. Well. We have consciousness of lack and commitment. So I think that what's happening here is that you may have settled for something. Yeah, you may have committed something yourself to something that you feel now that I have settled, right? I didn't win the prize that I thought that I won. And then the healing light with the angels of the four directions. This is about seeing that for what it is and realizing that there was a purpose for that. Like there was a purpose. Yeah, seeing it for what it is that you, this is like I put myself there. I chose that. And I realized this because maybe I was headstrong. I felt like I knew what was best for me. I mean, of course you do. But this is about seeing that and saying, you know what, that's the truth. That is what it was. You know how like when we're young too? I don't see youth. But you know how when you're young, you think you know everything and there's older people telling you, oh, there's more to life than just money, young man or young woman. And you're just like, yeah, right. But money, you know, I'd rather cry in a Mercedes than cry in a trailer kind of thing. Not that trailers are bad, but that's what people say. You know, when you're young and you're foolish, you don't know any better. You just think you have all the answers. You think everything's just as simple as stepping out the door because you saw it in the movies, you know? And so this would be an energy of just realizing, looking and saying, you know what, I may have leapt, you know, due to due to just inexperience, man, just due to that. Because the magician, if this is a healing light and a king of wands, that would be saying that, yeah, I leapt without knowing what was down there. Like, you know, I didn't look deep before you know, I did, you know, like how Judge Maybelline Ephraim used to say that, look deep before you leap. You didn't do that. And so just the fact that things happened because you didn't know, it has taught you a lot about what you need now. Like what you get it now. You're like, you know what? Now I know how to use everything. I just didn't know I needed this or that, right? And now I do. And so you realize that due to the fact that you didn't know so much, you put yourself between a rock and a hard place. Like you really put yourself in a corner. And so this is about realizing that maybe the decisions that you made before, you may have buyer's remorse or something like that now. You may be looking like, dang, there is a lot more to life. The positive is understanding that there's more to life. A lot of the main problem that most of us have is lack of awareness, lack of sight, lack of clarity. And I mean, that is the biggest problem. Everyone is born into trouble here. Like we're all born here. We all have a lesson to learn. But if you don't know the lesson and you keep going through the same thing, that's the problem. You know what I mean? That's the real problem. And it looks like, you know, I've learned so much. Now I'm way more confident because I know what I can do. I know what's going to happen. And I know how to get myself out of things. I know how to take off the blindfold and see things for what they are, right? The healing light is saying I was a little ignorant before, or, you know, I was inexperienced. I had no clue. Now I do. That's what this shows. So angels of the four directions with the star and death. Very interesting. So what I'm seeing here is that they are transforming things in your life based on what you have already asked for. Based on what you've already wanted. They're answering your prayers, they're answering your meditations, your intentions set. They're coming in and change, and maybe that you asked for change, and maybe even too that you asked to be reborn, that you don't want to be that person. You don't want this to be your story, and they're bringing that together for you. Your higher self, right. You want your higher self is like ding dong, the witch is dead kind of thing. But more than anything else, in the Ten of Swords and Seven of Cups, your higher self is saying, I'm so grateful that your head is not in the clouds anymore, Scorpio. You know, self, you are no longer operating out of a fantasy world. I am so grateful for this. I love this. Truly, to be honest with you, this would be an energy of healing now, healing yourself as well. Now your higher self, that's that, and then you have intuition and manifestation. What is really starting this whole thing, kicking the whole thing off, is the Chariot and Temperance energy. That you realize that you are maybe seeing this. This is giving me the vibes of signs and synchronicities. I've been seeing that a lot for almost every sign today, but it looks as though you are seeing things happen before your eyes. You're seeing that things were meant to be. that things are coming together in a way that you didn't think could come together, and that all you have to do is just keep going. Like, there's no right or wrong to the path that you're on, right? It's all lessons, and everything is actually coming together quite beautifully. And I think that that is what's being manifested. Is like you're manifesting now peace, harmony, allowing yourself to go with the flow, knowing that the flow is leading you to a better pasture, better place. That you know that this chariot is taking you towards the proper destination. You know that no matter how your day is going, that things are working out for you, for the better, for the greater good of you and all your loved ones, kind of thing. And that's what's leading you here. That's what started everything. And so your higher self is like, thank the Lord, you're no longer in this fantasy world of being fixed on something, like a certain way to live or something like that. It's like there's something about being fixed on something, or seeing things from like being confused, and the confusion is what is betraying the crap out of you. The confusion is what is harming you. And then your higher self is like, I'm so glad that's over. Life did not deceive you. Life did not kick you down. And it's almost like, look, see your role in all of this. You got to see your role so that you can expand, and you can align to where you're meant to be. You've got self-awareness is very important. Like I said, clarity. That's what killed. I won't say kill like in a physical, a literal sense, but a figurative sense. That's what kills people, is lack of clarity, lack of self-awareness, man. If you're aware of who you are, then you can elevate, you can grow. But if you're like in denial, you're just there. You're stagnant. You're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere, right? And so that's what they want you to know here. But they also want you to just see that the healing aspect of this is that knowing that you were confused. And you see that seven of cups here, that your higher self is like, man, I'm so glad that's over. This is about just being more clear about where you're going and what you are meant to do and your role in that, right? So you could be dealing with an Aries, you have Cancer, you have Scorpio, you have Aquarius, you have Sagittarius, you have Cancer again. You got a lot going on, but doesn't have to be these signs. That's just the energy there, and all the more better if you are dealing with these signs, or these signs are in your chart heavily or anything like that. That all the more that it will resonate with you. It doesn't mean it doesn't resonate with you if you're not dealing with these signs or they're not in your chart. It just means that that's the energy that's here. Okay. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.